Welcome to the Mile High City. Science educators from far and wide are converging here in Denver for another great year of NSTA. This annual meeting is always jam-packed with fascinating lectures, interactive sessions, abundant networking, and so much more. NSTA TV is here to show you all the amazing opportunities that you can only find at the NSTA annual meeting. Hi, I'm Sonia Mogi. I'm here with NSTA TV all throughout this year's annual meeting to give you all the latest and greatest in science education.
We talk a lot in education about the whole student, educating the whole student. However, the whole student also deserves the whole educator.
Keynote speaker Adolph will sit down to discuss his whole education approach and the importance of creating safe spaces.
It's truly something that anyone involved in science education should experience at least once.
We'll hear from you, the conference attendees, about your favorite parts of the NSTA annual meeting. Plus, we'll visit 5 universities from all across the country to see how they're pioneering the future of STEM education through innovative ideas, revolutionary partnerships, and cutting-edge technology. We've got so much amazing content coming up today, so make sure you don't miss a second of it. You can keep watching NSTA TV on screens around the Colorado Convention Center, in your room at select hotels, and on YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. Now let's dive into the studio where Mini PCR Bio co-founder Sebastian Kraves is joining us to talk about using gel electrophoresis labs to teach genetics. I'm joined now by Dr. Sebastian Kraves, co-founder of Mini PCR Bio. Dr. Kraves, Mini PCR Bio has many workshops planned for this conference. What's exciting about presenting these concepts to educators?
It's the most exciting time of the year for us. Our team works the entire year to develop new technology, new experiments, new teaching approaches that we can bring to teachers. And this is our biggest chance to put them in the hands of teachers, see them use them, get feedback, get questions. So it's very, very exciting for all of us. It's also, I hope, very exciting for the teachers who are yearning to bring new approaches, bring new technology to their classrooms. Maybe they never got a chance to be formally trained in them. So this is the perfect avenue to demystify biotechnology for them, get it in their hands, see how fun and easy it is. Ultimately, I hope it'll be very exciting for the students because by bridging this gap between our team and the teachers, we put these tools ultimately in the hands of the students who are going to use them in the future.
Absolutely. Now, your workshops explore using gel electrophoresis labs in the classroom. How does using this help teach the concept of DNA to students?
Gel electrophoresis makes the invisible visible. You spend so many years in the classroom hearing about DNA, this molecule that's so powerful, that carries all our inheritance, that makes our body work, but you can't see it. When you run a gel, students are able to see it, interpret data, and it serves hone not only specific skills for genetics, but also generalizable problem-solving skills like visual data interpretation, hands-on learning. Anything STEM-related can be aided by gel electrophoresis, and I think it's not an overstatement that it gets them ready for the workforce. We have a huge demand for biotechnology jobs that cannot be met by skilled labor. So by getting ready to run gels, students are essentially learning a life skill that can get them a job.
And how do you hope to inspire educators and their students by tethering these concepts to real-world examples?
In the real world, biotechnology is changing everything from the food that we eat to the medicines that cure us. So it's not an abstract science or technology problem. It's something that's going to impact all students, those that are going to go into STEM careers and those who are not. So by illustrating to students how biotechnology can have real practical outcomes, by helping them understand the implications of taking a consumer genetic test like 23andMe, by understanding the societal considerations of all the change that biotechnology brings about, we're helping every student be ready for that future.
So why should educators be looking at biotechnology tools to bring into their classrooms?
Well, biotechnology, it's relevant, it's engaging, it's fun, and it can prepare students for the future. Those who are going to go into biotech are going to gain specific knowledge that can help them join the workforce faster. Those who are not going to follow biotech are going to gain practical hands-on skills. They're going to gain problem-solving skills. They're going to learn how to run and interpret experiments. So ultimately, biotech is just like coding. It's like a survival skill every student should have, except it's not being replaced by AI.
Thanks, Sebastian. Let's learn more about innovations in STEM education at the University of Southern Missouri. USM has a century of teaching excellence, shaping the minds of tomorrow's educators and leaders. Now you can access it all from the comfort of your own home.
The Center for STEM Education is so many things. We are not a place, we are a mission. We teach graduate programs for people looking for a degree in STEM education. We do outreach with schools and nonprofits. We do industry partnerships, workforce development. There's a whole ecosystem of STEM education, teaching and learning that we run out of this little place. Our mission is to help teach as many people as we can about mathematics, science, engineering, and technology. You know, when you have a coach, when you have a guide helping you understand the steps, you can't fail. And if you do, your mentor's there to help you. And that's part of the process. So I think what we do here in the center is really special because we care about each other, we care about our students, and we care about each other as whole people. We know we have lives outside these doors. We all do. And I think that's part of what makes this program really impactful, is that we understand and meet people where they are, and we get them to a better place.
We'll continue on through the South to the University of Alabama, where they're breaking down the complexity of promoting student-centered inquiry into just 3 levels.
SWH is called the Science Writing Heuristic Approach, and it was developed with a colleague of mine back at the end of 1999, and its real focus is trying to say science is done through argument. Science as a discipline moves forward through argument, and we really think that's about a question that everybody wants to inquire about. You gather data, you turn data into evidence, and you make a claim.
The difference between SWH and other approaches and why it works is that it really gets at, during the professional development, why we're doing what we're doing in the classroom. This gives teachers hope. This gives professional developers hope. This gives, everybody hope that science education can really someday be a really cool thing if approaches like the science writing heuristic are implemented.
Welcome to the studio. I'm here with NSTA Executive Director and CEO Erika Shugart. Erika, this conference is getting underway. What is it about this conference that is going to be great for educators no matter where they are in their career?
Well, this is a great conference no matter where you are in your career. So if you're a new educator, this is a place to come and learn and start making new friends and network. At mid-career, I always hear that this is a real battery filler. You come here, you're around people that really have the same values and interests. And then people that are at the later stages of their career, they're here to see their friends. I'd love to see them greet their old buddies in the hall and continue to learn and show that leadership for the whole field.
And what's going to be unique about this year's meeting?
So we have a lot of exciting things here in Denver. First, our keynote lineup is amazing. Starting off with Dr. Adolph Brown, then YouTube sensation Mark Rober, and we can't forget the Voices of Teachers on Saturday. We have a lot of unique pathways that go through so people can learn about advocacy in education or AI, very hot topic today. And then people should definitely be checking out our share-a-thons and the exhibit hall.
And what are you personally most excited about this year?
So this year we have a lot of exciting things coming down the pike. First, we have a governance revision, so there's lots of new ways that people can volunteer and get involved. And second, we have a lot of exciting partnerships that are going to be announced at this meeting. We're going to be working to bring new classroom resources out and new ways that people can both learn and teach science in their classrooms.
With all these new things that are coming up, what's a great place for people to go to learn about what's in store in the next year for NSTA?
Well, people need to stop by the NSTA hub in the exhibit hall. We're going to have giveaways. People can get their fun badge ribbons, they can get free posters, we're going to have live demos, and everybody loves to get their picture up on the community wall, so people definitely need to stop by.
Thanks, Erika. There's so many amazing sessions and events to explore here at NSTA, and that's why we're asking some of our veteran attendees, what's your favorite component of an NSTA meeting?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. Let me say this, when I came here and every class, everything was about science, it was overwhelming, but awesome. It's just a wonderful celebration for any science educator or leader to come and to learn and to share. And it's truly something that anyone involved in science education should experience at least once.
I'm most excited about the hands-on classes where we get to build models, where we get to take that information and the kits even back to our classrooms.
I'm most excited to learn from different science teachers that have been working for a while, pick up different skills that I've been working on in the classroom, but it's always nice to learn more resources and like implement those in my lessons and things like that, and just really just seeing what's all out there to bring back to my kids at school.
This is my first time attending NSTA, which I'm just, number one, really excited about. What I'm looking forward to is being able to connect with other educators in my field of biology and learn from them and learn from the different presenters, some ways to engage my students with more hands-on activities.
And now we're headed to the Rochester Institute of Technology, where DeTech, the Technological Education Center for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing students, aims to increase the number of deaf and hard of hearing individuals in highly skilled technician jobs.
I think for me, the opportunity to have deaf and hard of hearing students in my class has made me rethink how I teach. And that has actually been such a positive. I got involved with DeTech, and from that has really stemmed a lot of great friendships that I rely on for my teaching every day.
All of these practices that we have here at DeTech are not only for the DHH students and these student veterans with hearing loss, but all students. By creating learning environments that are ready to support them, it helps the student veterans not only be full participants in their programs, but also helps to reduce their feeling that they don't belong when they actually do.
DeTech is about sharing similar beliefs, similar values about communication, and it's connecting the two that then can lead to a great result.
Welcome to the studio. We're here with Dr. Adolph Brown, known to many as Doc Brown, who's the 2024 keynote speaker. Now, Doc Brown, you talk about a whole education approach to teaching each student. What does that mean?
So we talk a lot in education about the whole student, educating the whole student. That means making sure every student is challenged, healthy, engaged, safe, and supported. However, the whole student also deserves the whole educator. So I make sure that educators are also taking care of themselves. And the question that I ask is different from most self-care types of questions. So if I were to ask you right now to write a list of all that you love, how long would it take you to add your name to that list? Exactly. Your name has to be at the top of that list for this to work. So that's not only crucial in education, that's crucial in society, right? Especially now, post-pandemic.
You got to put your own oxygen mask on before you put someone else's.
Exactly.
Like they say in the plane
Exactly.
instructions. I think about that all the time. And you know, you're such a huge advocate for creating safe spaces. Where does this come from, and why is this so important?
I'm an advocate for creating safe spaces because I wouldn't be sitting with you today if teachers didn't create them for me. I was from a background, an impoverished background, an inner city project. My teachers would take me places and send me to conferences where people didn't look like me, where people didn't behave like my community. But what I was able to feel like I belonged. And I didn't necessarily at first, but they taught me how to own the space. I try to go places and do the same thing because it's wonderful when you're not just included, but you actually feel like you deserve to be there and people want you there.
Thanks, Adolph. Now let's head to the American Southwest to close out our tour of universities nationwide. Let's see how New Mexico State University's STEM Outreach Center is building a strong STEM pipeline across New Mexico through innovative partnerships and collaborations with schools across the state.
The mission of the STEM Outreach Center is to build a K-20 pipeline that improves STEM education across New Mexico. Partnering with 60+ schools, we bring a learning experience where students can see themselves as scientists.
It's just ensuring that all students who want to participate in STEM have the ability to do so. It's embracing problem solving, critical thinking. It's leaning in with curiosity.
The STEM Outreach program has lots of things that I like. Collaborative spirit with both the university and the schools. An opportunity for students to expand their knowledge, to become excited about learning.
Thinking about my children's future, STEM is an incredible opportunity for them. This opens a door to opportunities that they might not think they would have in the future.
We weave STEM into family engagement activities. When you strengthen the families, you're building better communities and you're making a better world for everyone.
STEM drives the economic development of our country. These students will be change makers in their future.
The Arizona STEM Acceleration Project, or ASAP, is a $10 million initiative partnering with professional development organizations to enhance STEM education in Arizona. Let's learn about its efforts to bridge disparities in education and position the state as a global high-tech leader.
With Arizona rapidly becoming a global center for high-tech industry and manufacturing, the need for an educated STEM workforce has never been greater, and the current situation is dire. Arizona is critically low when it comes to STEM education. The Arizona STEM Acceleration Project, or ASAP, is a $10 million grant from the Arizona Department of Education targeted to address learning loss due to COVID in Arizona schools.
We believe that the best way to support our students is to support their teachers. We support teachers through a STEM fellowship program. Our fellows receive a stipend of $7,000, which includes $2,000 for classroom materials and $5,000 to support the time needed to update curriculum and attend high-quality PD. In addition to supporting teachers, we also support a number of professional development organizations. They're able to reach more teachers in more rural and remote areas around the state.
With that, our first episode of NSTA TV 2024 comes to an end. But the excitement won't stop here, though. We'll be back tomorrow and the next day with more content. And if you want to look back on all the highlights from today's episode, you can keep watching NSTA TV on screens around the Colorado Convention Center, in your room at select hotels, and on YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. Join us tomorrow as we highlight some great examples of science in action here at NSTA that you can bring home to inspire your students. I'm Sonia Mogi, and I'll catch you tomorrow.